But you just asked me the same question. If anybody had a reason to do it other than me, you had just as much. Especially the way he was treating Andy.
You're right. I have grown to love Andy like a sister, but I'm not doing a hard time for my family, my kids, for anybody, even her.
You see, I mentioned this in the video I did before the season 8 premiere drop Wednesday. They dropped a sneak peek of Zach and Fatima discussing which one of them had, killed Gary. And I said, I don't know. I mean, in the initial trailer for season 8, part of this moment, occurred at the beginning of the trailer where Fatima's like, I think Zach's like, wait, do you think I killed Gary? And then Fatima's like, well, did you? And I'm like, look, this is probably a comedic moment, but I just don't like the idea that Fatima would believe Zach would do this. Even though the Zach and Zatima and the whole Jeremiah thing, yada, yada, yada. But I'm just like, come on, Fatima. Like, didn't y'all go to the place together? But as this scene unfolds in its entirety during the sneak peek and the episode, we learn that, even though it was off screen, Zach and Fatima did get to the wedding venue and then they split up. So neither one of them knows what the other one was up to after they split up. And I mean, for all they know, Gary could have already been stabbed by the time they arrived, but we don't know that. And that also brings about the question, where were they? Did they hear Andy screaming? Obviously, they didn't get there after the police and the paramedics and whatnot, because if they did, they wouldn't have even gotten out of their vehicle. So there are a lot of... Hopefully we have some flashbacks to what actually happened that night. But more to the point of this specific clip, you got Zach, swearing on his kids, born or unborn, that he didn't do it. And then Fatima, unconvincingly says, oh, I believe you. But then when Zach is like, well, what? So did you do it? Zach. And it's like, well, you just asked the same thing. And I'm like, yeah, I had that same energy, Fatima. She goes on to say that she wouldn't do it and have, she wouldn't experience hard time for her family, her kids, and not even Andy, even though she's grown to love her as a sister. And I'm just sitting here like, I don't know. I just feel like that's not something the Fatima we know or have come to know since she was first introduced would say. Because keep in mind, I mean, she didn't say Zach, though. I mean, she said her family, her kids, which she doesn't have any yet, or Andy. I mean, she didn't say her man, because I feel like she would go to jail for her man, considering, the way she took that baseball bat to Hayden's car and whatnot and then got arrested. I think, it was clever for her not to say, that, because Zach has made it clear a number of times, he would do whatever it takes to protect, Fatima and his kids. I mean, look at the way he beat the heck out of Hayden. Funny scene, but I thought it was stupid of Zach to do that. And then, of course, he explains in Zatima the reason he, quote unquote, killed his brother was to protect, Fatima. So it would just be a very bad look for Fatima in that moment for her to, possibly include Zach in the list of people she would not do hard time for, when he has shown he is ready and willing to do that for her. So a lot of people are iffy. They're giving the writers a side eye like, here we go again. This is a sign that the writers just can't get these characters right. The characters, everybody really, the only characters people give a damn about. So how did you feel about this moment when Fatima said that to Zach? I mean, I just feel like a lot of people are like, I don't know. This season's already off to a rocky start. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.